recreating some fabulous spring outfits, what I did this week in New York City, some fabulous fashion finds, and a few things I do on a weekly or monthly basis to make me feel beautiful. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kura, and I believe that when you feel good, you look good. So on this channel, I show you how to take fashion and use it as a tool to help you look and feel your best. So a few of us have expressed feeling overwhelmed by the information that I give about personal style, and some other folks expressed that they really miss the recreating of the outfit segments in the video. So it has been a few videos that I haven't done that. There's a few obligations I had to do. I had to introduce you to Personal Style 201, and those videos are the basis of what we'll be learning for the next few months. However, recreating outfits is one of my favorite parts of the video that I like to do, and I'm figuring that I could do one every other week. So this week we're going to recreate some outfits like we used to with our debt, but in other videos I will continue my journey of finding things and reimagining my style and that whole thing. As we do this, I do want to remind you that personal style is not copying a outfit bit for bit. Personal style is so much more than that, and if you've been here for a while, you know what that is. We don't want to copy one to one. We want to take what we can from that outfit and transform it into our own personal style. That's just a little reminder, okay? So the outfits that we are going to recreate today are two very different styles. And if you're not new here, you know that I like to incorporate different styles. We don't all have the same style, thank goodness. We don't all look the same. We don't all feel the same about how we should project to the world, right? So I really try to give a range. So these outfits, in my opinion, are two separate sides of the spectrum, but you absolutely can take inspiration from each of them to utilize in your own style. So we spoke about this color in this video where we talked about this beautiful blue along with that fantastic canary yellow that is everywhere and pairs so well with the Pantone color of the year. If you are a lover of this beautiful blue, this is definitely an easy time to find it. Yes, pastels for spring, groundbreaking, I know, but because it is so trendy right now, it is very easy to find in abundance. Suiting and blazers is also something that is very easy to find yearly, right? It's also spring, so it's the perfect time to wear them. So when I saw these three ladies and how they styled this beautiful color, I was definitely intrigued. The three-piece linen suit is classic and clean and can be paired with so many different things. If you're a sneaker person, you can wear it with sneakers. You can even get rid of the vest and wear it with a t-shirt. The oversized option paired with the layered pearls is dramatic and over the top and beautiful. And then this one that is not a blue suit, but it's still using that color and still gives off a very similar vibe. It's very sophisticated, very elegant, and I absolutely love it. If you notice, two of these ladies have on white heels. I can't tell what the other lady has on, but the two ladies have on white heels. And I know for some people, white shoes are not their favorite. So there are other options for this, right? If you want a pair of light brown or dark brown, because that goes so well with blue, this color blue. You can obviously use black, but because, in my opinion, you do what you want, but because the blue is so light and it's linen, the black might bring it down a bit, whereas the brown keeps it bright and light and fun. You can't fully tell on one of these pictures, but they all do have on a white purse. So you can continue on with that, or if you're a person that likes to match their shoes and their bag, you could definitely go for a nice brown purse or a brown belt, like the lady with the white blazer has on, right? Again, I'll say it because people get upset with me when I say this, but matching your shoes and your bag doesn't have to be the only way. There are many ways to put an outfit together. In fact, some folks don't love it. I match my bag and my shoes often, but I definitely can see when things become too matchy-matchy. It does make the outfit not as sleek, in my opinion. Of course, everyone has their opinion, but I do want you to be open to the fact that your shoes and your bag can match. Like I said, I do it all the time, but they don't necessarily have to. For some reason in my head, Pearls go really well with this color. It's something about the color of the pearls and the blue that just matches so well. But if you are not a pearl person, silver and this, chef's kiss. Silver and this color is just so fresh and springtime and very modern. Obviously you could wear gold. That's probably what I would do just because gold looks better on my skin. But this color blue and silver, so good. So if you're not new here, you know that I definitely have some options to recreate these looks that I want to show you. That blue can also be worn with the canary yellow that is very trendy right now. It's beautiful pastels for spring. Anyway, so the next outfits that I kind of stumbled across on, like I said, are completely different, on a different side of the style spectrum in my opinion. Do you guys remember a year or two back when everything was denim? I even did a video about it. There were denim shoes, denim hats. It was denim, denim, denim. And though we're not as denim focused as we were then, denim is still very much a trend. For some, it is a lifestyle, and for others, it's just part of their everyday style, right? So when I saw the way that these three ladies styled denim, I again was quite intrigued. So not are they playing with denim as a material in jeans or a jacket, they're playing with layering, they're playing with shapes, they're playing with accessories, all in denim, and it's very, very interesting. Besides the fact that these denim boots look like they are several colors of denim, which is fantastic, it makes me feel like you could get more wear out of them. Besides the fact that the blazer matches the sunglasses and the sunglasses match the bag, phenomenal pairings, right? Never in all my years would I have thought to take a blazer, a fitted blazer, and tuck it into a skirt. I think what really makes this work for her, because of the way the skirt is shaped with that extremely high split, and you can see just a bit of the yellow blazer, it makes it work. It makes it very fashionable in today's climate of pretty standard, and I don't want to say boring, but kind of boring outfits right now. This is very interesting. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know I love clean lines and maybe boring things, but I appreciate that this is different and maybe a little maximalist and just fashion. Interesting. Even if you don't like it, you can't deny that this is not interesting and different than what we've been seeing for the past year, 2 years. I've actually spoken about this before a while ago because, again, something that I would never have thought to do, and that's really why I like being inspired and looking to other people. But instead of using this denim cape jacket and wearing it standalone, this beautiful woman put it over top a trench coat, which really just gives it another dimension, right? Pulling up the sleeves on the trench coat, wearing a different color denim in the jeans. The layering makes this look so cool. And in my opinion, this instance where the bag and the shoes do match, because there are other elements to the outfit that are not so standard, it makes the matching shoes and bag work. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. There's more interest to the outfit. And this one just has so many layers, and I don't mean physically. It is physically, but I mean visually, right? The denim, the long sweater cinched in with a denim belt, right? And then that pop of color in the beautiful yellow bag, that canary yellow that is very much trending right now. And then instead of boots or a closed toe option because she has on a sweater, she chose these open toe. I believe they are Loewe, right? I can't see closely, but if they're the shoes I'm thinking of, they are Loewe. There's a bit of yellow in it. So visually, you are looking at a lot. It is very layered. All of these actually outfits are very visually busy, whereas the first outfit was straight to the point. It's clean lines, there's not a lot going on, and not as visually interesting as these outfits, right? Which doesn't make the first outfit bad. In fact, I am more likely to wear the first outfit than I am these, but it's not as visually interesting. I feel like the first outfit is a little more visually calming. I'm just saying stuff now, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I absolutely found some really interesting pieces in denim that you can play with if this is your style. If you're not a clean line type of gal or guy and you want to play with some things, I did find some options. So last week when I got lost and kind of turned around in the gardens, I was actually setting up my camera to tell you how grateful I was and how kind you were about my video 2 videos ago about me trying to rebuild my wardrobe and just being kind to me. Most of you are so, so kind. So I just wanted to thank you for your kindness and your patience as I rebuilt everything. I appreciate your advice and your kind words, and that we have this community of folks that have done this before me, so it just makes me feel better. So I was setting up that camera to tell you all this while we were in there, and I decided to get my bearings first, and that's what happened. But anyway, thank you, I appreciate you. So if there's one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do something. I might not live in New York City forever, I don't know, it's expensive. But while I am here, I'm going to take advantage of as much as I can. Hey girl, hey! So again, we went to brunch and I forgot to get on here and tell you guys that I went to brunch. But it's like a normal, almost every vlog without fail, you're gonna see me eat. So we went to Saucony's, is that how you pronounce it? I'm pretty sure. Downtown Brooklyn, and it's always a pleasure. We didn't eat outside because it's, not warm enough yet, but it was still a very pleasant experience. Food was delicious. This is actually a fabulous place to spend a Sunday for brunch. It is always great food, great service, especially during the warmer months when you can sit outside and you have a beautiful view of the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge, and you get to people watch, and it's just absolutely lovely. And now we came to the meatpacking district because Lily Silk opened a store, and because I'm looking for a few quality pieces, some basics, I wanted to see what they have. Not necessarily buy anything right now, but just to see what they have to offer. So yeah, let's go. So the video that I went here with Jasmine and Danielle, I did tell you that I wanted to come back because we missed the beauty room. And I kept thinking about it and I kept thinking about it, and I knew I had to come back because I just needed to see. While I was here, I did smell some more fragrances. I actually bought the one I'm smelling that we'll talk about later. But I did not want to miss what the beauty room had to offer. It's just a beautiful space. And though I don't think that there's tons of product and they could work on that, just being there is just really pleasant. So they had other things in the back. The mirror with the lipsticks was just fantastic. I kept looking in myself. I feel like that lighting was amazing. They had some fashion in the back with some beautiful specialty pieces. This Fendi purse was interesting. Not my style, but definitely interesting. Again, not much product, but the product they did have was absolutely stunning. Since I was in the area and relatively close to Century 21, I decided to try to come back to see if I can find anything. Still, no luck. I guess it wasn't meant to be. I actually came to the MoMA. I have to do a few things today. I have to go upstairs. I have to return some things. I have to go return something to Mango, and the Mango that I have to return it to is over here by the MoMA. So I decided to come here, and I thought because it was a Thursday in the middle of the day, it wouldn't be so many people. But I don't know if it's because the kids are on vacation or what, but everybody's here. It's so crowded, and I hope that I'm able to enjoy it. Admittedly, art and learning about art and knowing about art is very new to me. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I've been on this journey. And honestly, sometimes I'm confused. Luckily, the MoMA had something in place to help me learn more as I go on with this journey. The guided tours, like if you come here and you put a number into their website, they're able to give you some information about the paintings or the art. And it has helped tremendously. I've learned so much. And though there are a lot of people here, I'm like in my own world. I put my headphones in and I'm learning a lot. Chances are, even if you don't know anything about modern art, you have heard the name Jackson Pollock. And though I was very unfamiliar with his works, when I came in the room, I stopped and was taken back by this.
This vast, wall-sized composition is one of Jackson Pollock's largest drip paintings, a term describing the technique that came to exemplify his approach to abstract expressionism.
What makes the Migration series so poignant is how it draws the viewer into this lived experience, almost like it's handing the viewer its pair of shoes so that they might walk the walk. As you walk that walk, you find that many things have not changed in the U.S. and that this work speaks in the voice of today, just as it did in 1940. So when you see the judge in one of the panels, it reminds me of the continued criminalization of Black people in the United States.
Van Gogh Starry Night is like New York's Mona Lisa. If you've been to the Louvre in Paris and you went to go see the Mona Lisa, you know there's tons of people around it. You know it's really small. And it was kind of the same thing with Starry Night. It's actually really amazing that I'm from here and I've never come to see it. This is the kind of things I'm telling you. Even if you don't understand the importance of Starry Night or Van Gogh or anything, if you're from here or in the area, you have to come see it. You have to come see it. I I admittedly take for granted the fact that I live in a city where I can just hop on a train to go and look at Picasso's work. So these works, particularly the Picassos and the Black artists that I was just looking at, have really inspired me to not only wear more color, but to also think about shapes and more patterns. The black and the white, and I'm over it. That's got to go. One of the reports and exams that I had to do to graduate from FIT was specifically about this painting and YSL. This dress is used in one of his collections, and it was amazing to see this painting in real life, as I very clearly remember having to do this paper and take the test. And it is always nice to see familiar faces. I am a huge fan of the Harlem Renaissance. So to see Josephine Baker and to also see Langston Hughes, any art about them is just, you won me over already. So this was nice to see. It was like going home. And then I walked into a room full of Monet's art.
I also happen to be functionally blind with less than 5% of normal vision. You might reasonably ask, what would a blind person have to say about an artwork? Did it cure my blindness? No, it didn't. But in some ways, it might have helped me heal. My relationship with the painting comes from my father. He was an art conservator and a painter himself. When he took me to museums as a child, it was a rare chance to be with my father in his workplace. What was really interesting was the construction of the painting itself, how two distinct blobs of paint could combine to create a different color, a different effect. Looking at the water lilies through the gauze of glaucoma, my first feeling was that Monet was actually painting the way I see now. My eyesight registered some of the colors and patches here and there. My intimate memory of the painting began to fill in some of the gaps, and somehow the interplay between brushstroke, emotion, memory, and the imagination created the water lilies in my mind. For the first time, I could imagine that the way I see the world could be conceived of as beautiful. This, to me, is the healing power of art.
So while I'm learning that art has this super healing power for some, I'm also learning that some of the best art comes out of tragedy, sadness, and despair.
I was in the street that morning. This plane came right overhead, and when that sound came overhead, you could feel your flesh crawling. I mean, seriously, rippling. And we looked up, this plane was right on top of us. At first, you didn't see any flame, any smoke. You just saw this big gaping hole, and the sky was filled with a chandelier of glass. It was later you saw the smoke and the flames. This is what I call the particularities of violence. Close to 3,000 people were murdered in my neighborhood. People were screaming, crying.
There's one thing that I learned from my trip to the MoMA is that, first of all, I have so much more to learn. And if you're not new here, you know that I'm always willing to learn something new. That's what keeps me going, right? But I also really realized that there are so many similarities between modern art in general, but modern art and fashion. Whether it's the medium you use, if it's paint or silk or your inspiration, it all ends up into a beautiful manifestation of your inspiration. So kind of going along with the laid backness of this video, we are not learning anything, we're just looking at pretty things. I wanted to, and I've said this so many times, I want to get into some beauty, and not like regular standard beauty, even though that will be in here. I wanted to, specifically in this video, show you the things that I do weekly, daily, and monthly, and this is not everything, to make me feel good, whether it's my hair or whether it's some supplements that I'm taking. I just want to kind of ease into that space. I was a teacher for so many years, and one of the things that we were taught, at least in New York, we were taught that it's important to treat the whole child, right? So example, if you are teaching them English, which is what I was an English teacher, you also want to make sure that they are fed. A kid is not going to want to learn English if they're hungry, right? You want to make sure that they are emotionally ready. There's so many things to a person being a whole person. And I want to kind of take that thought and bring it over to this channel, which I have for a bit. So if you have the right clothes and the right outfits and you're searching for your own personal style, but don't have the other things like your skincare and your wellness routine, and you are not mentally healthy, your personal style doesn't matter. So from now on, there will be segments about wellness, beauty, and probably a little makeup. So I just want to talk about 3 things today, just to start off this series of some things that I do every week, day, month to keep me looking and feeling my best. The first thing would be really take care of my skin. Always a few things that stay in rotation even when I try something different. I'm always going to use retinol. I'm always going to use a vitamin C. And as of probably about 6 or 7 months, maybe a year, I don't know, I have been using my red light therapy. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I made some before and after red light therapy videos. If I can find them, I would 100% put them in the description box. I could do anywhere from 3 to 5 times a week. My retinol is a must. When I skip my retinol, I could definitely tell in my skin. And my vitamin C is a brightener. And like I said, I've switched them out, but these are the ones that will always be in my cabinet, whether I'm using these or I'm trying something different. The second thing that I'm doing that is a non-negotiable, and like I said, there are so many, but right now it is moving my body, and not necessarily to lose weight, even though I am doing that. I am doing it for that reason. It's just to move. Everyone needs to move a little bit. I'm not saying you need to go crazy, but go for a walk. You saw me go for a walk in the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens last week. Going for a walk is just probably the easiest thing to do, and I heard walking is really, really good for you. At this point in my life, working out, sweating is just a non-negotiable for me. I have to do it. Another thing that is very important to me right now is my vitamin. These gummies, they are vegan gummies, have really helped, in my opinion, with the regrowth and the health of my hair. You guys saw in this post that I told you and gave you some background information about what I went through in the past year with my hair, and I really feel like these vitamins are one of the things that have been helping me just get my hair back. I know that some of the gummy vitamins might have sugar, but I'm going to be honest with you. I know I'm a fully grown up, but swallowing pills is not my forte, so I'll take a gummy for right now. I am trying to find new places to shop and new things to like show you guys, and it's proven to be a little difficult because I'm looking at price, I'm looking at construction. But anyway, I did find a few things that I want to show you this week. You know I like to give you a variety of price and style. So yeah, this is this week's Fabulous Find. So So if you are a person that's kind of looking for something different, you like layering, you like visual layering, something like this would be a good option. This looks very much like that Loewe belt. Not very much, but it does favor that Loewe belt that the girls were wearing years ago. I do believe this is the only color that it comes in, but it's different, and you want to add that little bit of extraness to your dress or your pants or your denim, whatever. I think this is a good option. Of course, I will leave this below. I showed you the bigger version of this first 2 videos ago, not realizing that they had a smaller version that also had a strap. I know tons of people hate holding a clutch. I'm a huge clutch girl. I have been since college. I don't mind a clutch, but if you liked the shape of the bigger one but didn't like that it didn't have a strap, this is a fabulous option. I'm trying to figure out if I want the big one or the small one. Not so much the strap. I don't really care about the strap, but yeah, I don't know, probably the big one. I probably want the big one. You are going to notice, if you haven't noticed already, there are so many different asymmetrical tops out there. It's very, very much in style right now. This one is interesting in that it also comes with a belt for cinching in the waist, because otherwise it could feel a bit overwhelming. I do appreciate this. I don't necessarily like the way they styled it with the flip-flops and the pants. I feel like because the top has so much going on already, you kind of want to keep everything plain but not dumpy, and this looks a bit dumpy to me, but anyway, it's a decent price. I left it in the description box. Dish always has some of the best vacation wear. They're really good to me for spring and summer, especially if you are a neutral girl. If you are a neutral girl that wants to shake it up a little bit, this whole set is from Dish. It looks so comfortable. This is super up my alley, especially for vacation and the summer when you want to just throw something on. I think this is really, really cute. And if you follow bag trends and you know about the bag trends, you know that this east-west style of bag is very big. In fact, earlier in the video, I showed you a demi-lié bag that was east-west style. That was very similar to this, but the handles were longer. They also have one from Tory Burch. That one's interesting. But this one is from Mansur Gavriel. I believe it also comes in a lighter brown. So if you like this kind of bag and you're looking for something that's a good quality, it's not a cheap bag. It's not a cheap bag, but it is fantastic quality, as I can attest to. Last week, when we were trying to decide what I was going to wear to my dinner, I showed you the old version of this bag. This is the Tory Burch Lee Raswell bag. This is the updated version. They have it in these 2 colors and I believe black, but this one is bigger and it has more space in it. The one that I have does not have much space. It's cute, but it does not have much space. Again, with the asymmetrical tops and the strapless tops, such a big trend right now. The one on the right is from ASOS and the one on the left is from Reformation. Depending on your style and how much you want to do, there are tons of options, and these are just 2 that I picked up. I could put up at least five more. Speaking of which, these are from Anthropologie, and though it's not asymmetrical, it is strapless, and it comes in this beautiful butter yellow, which is a very big color this season. And if you're a person that wants to kind of hide your tummy, this is a great way to do that. Again, with these 2, I believe these are from Anthropologie. They have the strapless top, but also if you're looking for something that has a little bit of florals and you're over just black, I thought this was a fabulous option. Such a cute little Easter situation too, the one with the flowers, right, with a little bit of dainty jewelry, a little heel, a little clutch. Very nice. I didn't mean to do this, guys. There's so many strapless things in this week's fabulous finds. But remember Urban Revival denim dress that we all had last year? Mine doesn't work for me anymore. But if there's something you didn't like about it, whether it was the buttons, I ended up taking the buttons off. But if it was the buttons or the big slips in the side, like you like the idea of a long denim dress but didn't love that one, this is another option. I love that this is dark color denim. I love that it's strapless. I'm into the strapless right now. And then this one from Mango. The other day I actually tried this on. It's very cute. Very cute. I love that it is a halter top, which works really well for me. I love that it is peplum. They also had some matching pants to go with it. But like I said, that is all up to you. So this week's Fabulous Fashion Find is a little shorter because I feel like this video is getting long and I'm trying not to hold you guys hostage for too long. So let me know what you found this week for your Fabulous Fashion Finds. So how do you feel about that color blue? I am not a blue girl, but I'm absolutely loving it. And that beautiful canary color, so dainty and feminine. I love it. A few of you said that I've inspired you to get out in your own city, and I love that for you. Please let me know what you've been doing, and maybe someone in the comments is from your same city and it will help them and inspire them to get out too. And I don't just mean if you're in New York or Chicago or LA, not only if you're in a big city. Every place has a little something, whether it's a small museum or a festival. There are always things that can be done. What are some things that you do every week, day, month to help you feel your best? Whether it's beauty or wellness, skincare, makeup, whatever it is, what's something you will not skip? I can't wait to talk more about this, and I really can't wait to get some more information from you all about this. And yeah, that's it. As usual, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my next video.